Good morning. Welcome in for another installment of Trust Matters, Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions with Sean Robertson from Gateville Law Firm in Yorkville and online at gatevillelawfirm.com. And Sean is with us on the phone lines today. Sean, good morning. How are things?
Things are going great. How's it going for you, Mike?
Doing pretty well. As today, we really we hope all of our listeners take good knowledge from these programs. But today we're specifically talking to those out there that might be in the healthcare profession, maybe a nurse or a physician or something along those lines. What's our topic for today?
Yeah, so today's topic, Mike, is we're going to talk about like estate and asset protection for healthcare professionals. Maybe somebody's a nurse practitioner, or even a chiropractor.
All right. So today we're looking at some different tools that these healthcare professionals in Illinois should consider. Where do you want to start here?
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, as we spoke in a lot of our other things about a revocable living trust, that's always, in a lot of cases, the best estate planning strategy. But what makes healthcare professionals different is sometimes private real estate privacy and asset protection in case of like a malpractice suit, or maybe they just don't want their patients to know where they live. So sometimes a land trust comes in for liability planning and privacy.
And then there's another one that has to do with retirement, right?
Right. So a lot of times if somebody has $250,000 or more in like a 401k, a IRA, sometimes the traditional planning of just naming a beneficiary doesn't work because there's too much assets at stake. So sometimes we use what they call a standalone retirement plan trust. So the benefit of that, Mike, for somebody in healthcare, somebody that's not in healthcare, is when the beneficiaries receive the money, if they're going through a divorce, have a medical issue, there's some asset protection features with the retirement plan trust, which are a big deal.
All right. So there's more that we can get into on each of these, I'm sure, and that's where folks can contact Gateville Law Firm to get more specific details about all of these different ones. But we want to make sure we touch on all the different types of tools that we're talking about here. Another one is something called umbrella liability insurance. What's that all about?
Right. So an umbrella liability policy is, let's say somebody is a business owner, they have maybe rental or vacation property. So it's basically a liability insurance where if their homeowner's insurance is not adequate, the umbrella policy would kick in case somebody got sued. So all these things together kind of provide a solid financial foundation for healthcare professionals.
It's a very important thing to do, and with Gateville Law Firm, what are some of the things that you guys do to help make this all nice and smooth and an easy process?
Yeah, so what we do, Mike, is we talk to people. Like, one of the biggest concerns is incapacity. So typically powers of attorney for property and advanced health care directives and HIPAA release come into play. So we're looking at kind of like the overall strategy of how do we protect the family, and maybe they want their money to go to their grandkids. So basically, how do we make these things happen? So that's kind of where we come in. We're more like an advisor.
Yeah, and for surgeons or nurse practitioners, whatever it may be, your kind of advice here is that your estate plan should be as sophisticated as your profession, basically.
Right, and a lot of times professionals, they understand the benefit of hiring a third party because sometimes a third party has expertise and they see things that you don't see that is outside of your scope.
Any final things in our last 30 seconds, Sean, that our folks should know about, especially those in the healthcare profession?
Yeah, so with healthcare professionals, we work with you to provide your estate planning solutions, provide a liability solution, privacy issues, if that's a concern. So we're a one-stop shop for you to address your financial and legal issues.
Well, if you are ready to protect your legacy and reduce the risk that lawsuits, taxes, or court proceedings will interfere with your family's future, contact the folks at Gateville Law Firm, 630-780-1034. You can go online to gatevillelawfirm.com. They're in Yorkville. talk to Sean Robertson, talk to anyone on his team. They will answer all of your questions and get you the info you need to help make this a smooth transaction, no matter what it may be. Join us again next week, the same time, for Trust Matters Real Estate and Estate Planning Solutions.